irritating. I don't understand it at all. It's like it looks like it should be better, but it somehow is more confusing.
Why am I now getting this help information
than the old one? Okay, hi, welcome to You Are Hot Micing, my man.
Ah, shit. Sorry, dude. Just mute me for right now. I'll fix the problem in like 5 minutes.
I'll give you mute. Now I lost my intro. I had an intro. Oh yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to depression that I thought I didn't have anymore. I allowed myself to hope because the last few months I hadn't been very depressed at any point. But now I kind of am, but it's still not as bad as it was at many earlier points in the year, and it's actually quite okay, so I have really nothing to complain about when compared to earlier points in my life. Yeah, that's where you are today, my friends, and basically we are here now. I don't know.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I have my Irish beer. There's actually a bunch of people in here today. That's pretty nice.
I have an ice cream, no sleep, and depression. That's what I have.
Hell yeah,
right
dude.
Now.
Fucking hate depression, man.
Dude, every single fucking Thursday, like every single time there's a fucking fast food Thursday, I have an assignment due to Friday.
That's pretty fucked up, my man. Why would you do that?
If only I decided when I should, send these fucking things in. And because I'm a procrastinating little bitch, I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, it's like this past week I've only written like very few chapters of my novel. I am fairly productive. Like I've actually been cleaning up my apartment, which is insane. Like I have this cool new calyx thing. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you. Okay, yeah, I don't hear myself right now with you, so you did fix it, Freeze. Congratulations, my man.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely the volume wreaking havoc on my headphone mic for some reason.
That is weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's like I have earbuds with like a little headphone built into them, like halfway up the right ear, right? And for some reason, whenever I put the volume on max on the earbuds, it always hot mics.
That seems like a bit of a design flaw, I must be honest.
Technology. That's what I think about. Why is everyone so scared about technology? Technology!
Love!
Yeah.
Hey, Berg.
Hmm?
Did you ever see that low-quality meme I set up for you? The one based off that stream you fell asleep on a few weeks ago.
The one where everyone's was gonna say the N-word? Yeah. I saw that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I think it was last Fast Food Thursday. I don't know why, but I was super tired and I fell asleep on stream. And they were talking, and then someone was like, on 5 we all say the N-word, and that's the moment where I woke up. That was me! That was you! Yeah, exactly, that was you! You fucking Australian. Yes, now go back to the fucking studio chat. Okay, I'm gonna try and get in here.
He's trying to fix.
Can you like hear me now? Is this?
Yeah, man.
He has returned.
I don't even. What do you mean stream? No, what Discord updated? Just give me Discord, you fucking disgusting.
It's alive.
cunt.
It's alive.
What is happening even?
As usual, YouTube.
Invasion is the moment.
Invasion.
Yeah, I mean, for all Google services fucking died for me. Discord
Oh, shit, yeah.
died. Discord. Yeah, Discord died first, and now I need to remove this, yes. Because now this shit is not working. What is happening even?
The Google corporate army is finally invading Germany.
Big asparagus. Big asparagus is taking over, guys.
Yeah, man, EU won't bend to Google's will, so they decided they'll just take matters into their own
This
hands
is
with a new
the-
Get to
quantum-powered
Zibanka.
AI.
Yeah, activated the secret strategy AI and is currently invading. Is currently landing in your town. With
Is the
corporate
stream
army.
back up, people in chat? Is the actual stream back up? Can you hear this?
The stream is up, yes.
Stream is up, but they're. Oh,
I've
there we
got
go.
sound muted on stream though. Cause
Yeah.
This
No,
is so weird. What the fuck?
we'll hear explosions in a minute as MiG-21s drop bombs. No, wait, those don't drop
God
bombs.
damn it, stream is up. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I was
Big
saying
dropping
something
bomb.
very intelligent, but now I can't. Thank you, whatever the fuck that was. Can I wanna check on like down detector if Google is Google down? And maybe because then if it was on get down detector, there would have been problems. Possible problems at Google, yeah. How about YouTube? Is YouTube
Shit, man.
down?
I don't know why Russia is the first place. Clearly Chinese are big ones attacking.
No problems at YouTube. Okay. Well,
Huh.
They wouldn't use AI robots, they just use their population.
Yeah.
they
Would
they
they-
are already basically AI robots. Let's be honest.
To be fair.
China is gonna like have the worst fucking like you think Japan has it bad with all the old people? China's gonna have that just with 10 times as many people.
Yeah, and
I mean-
they kind of killed a lot of
Oh yeah,
women
and
as
with
well.
less
All of the
intergenerational wealth too. So
Yeah.
Also, all the West is also gonna have that. Because of the baby boomers all sudden. Well, that's currently what's happening. Actually, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's already a big problem. Where it's in Germany we have well, they've known this for like ever since they started it that our pension system just does not work. It just doesn't work, and they've always known it, and they just didn't give a fuck. Yeah, now that's coming to bear, and there's a lot of old people who are super fucking poor, even though they worked they worked really hard all of their life, and then you have the rich boomers who fucking
Yeah.
got all this.
Oh my god, why don't you just work harder?
I know
Yeah.
a guy who he installed boilers all of his life. His back is ruined. He can barely sit upright, and he is incredibly poor. It is insane.
Holy fuck! I'm looking at a live
not
threat
that.
map for the stuff, and there's usually not that much outgoing threat traffic from the US.
2% chance and I got high quality, I'll take it.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you mean? There's traffic problems in the US or something?
No, as in there's a shit ton of cyber attacks going on from the US at the moment.
From to the
More than usual.
What the fuck?
More than usual, yeah.
This?
Okay.
I look at
Those
I look at
bastards are up to something.
I look at cyber threat maps.
Why is
fucking
the US deciding to attack the EU?
It's,
I don't know.
It's
Honestly,
probably
we should
not that
side with
simple.
China.
Just
I
works.
can't wait till.
Oh damn! I'm looking at the Kaspersky live map.
Become irrelevant.
Yeah.
Germany's second most attacked country right now. What the fuck? Are we? Is this the beginning of the? Also, this is a very nice. This is a very cool looking map. If also very demanding on my graphics card for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though it
Where
can
were
run
you
Witcher
when the-
3 without a fucking problem.
What map?
I'm gonna post it in chat.
Yeah.
It will melt your computer though.
I
Why?
doubt that.
Yes.
Where
Trust
were
me,
you
it
when
will.
the US initiated the first world cyber war?
We were in a stream with some German cunt.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is happening?
On no sleep. And
I
My
go to a
computer's
different
running
map,
this, like,
frankly.
fine.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's real fucking
Very nice.
laggy.
Holy shit.
hey, there's
Laughs in 1080.
There's no
I
attacks.
don't know what
There's
any
like
of this means, but yes, that's a lot of shit going into like Germany and the Netherlands. Holy shit.
Yeah. Fuck.
I saw one attack in Norway exactly where I am, so that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's weird because they're like not concentrated on like Netherlands, Belgium, or Germany. They're like on like the border of all three.
The internet
Yeah.
is hugely
Concentrated there.
interconnected. I don't. How do they even get this data? Like, how do they know?
Have essentially they have association. They have they're made by security companies that work for a bunch of companies in the world for like.
Oh,
big
Australia is trying to
servers.
fish Italy. Is this you? Is this you, Cancer? Are you trying to fish Matt?
Yeah, but yeah, essentially what they do is they have proprietary software installed in a bunch of thing, and their anti-cyber attack software reports back to them, and they
I
publish
love
the data.
the
in real time.
Netherlands is more attacked than the UK. Like UK's pretty low on that list. It's because our internet just
Yeah.
systems
I love
like shit,
how-
and the bots don't work.
I love how that everything that's happening in Australia is on the like New South Wales coast and like the lower part of the Queensland coast. There is nothing happening on like like 3/4 of Australia.
You see,
Like, what do you expect?
If you ever
Like-
want your stuff hacked, go to Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
like what do you expect? Like fucking half the population of Australia lives on like half the percentage of the land. Of course, it's just gonna be concentrated on the
God,
big
I
cities.
feel sorry for Russia.
Yeah, but there's
Most
nothing
attacked
happening in the
country.
Northern Territory, Western Australia, South Australia.
Anything going on in California on that map?
Nothing.
No.
New Zealand's a dark. Nothing. Would have expected more cyber attacks in Antarctica.
They're attacking Trotsky and his fucking penguin army.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why America wants Greenland, because they're hardly attacked, and that's where they'll put all their fucking cybernetics.
Just put all their servers in Greenland. I mean, that would be useful, but not for that reason. Mostly for the cold.
Yeah.
Just put your supercomputers where it's cold. Oh shit! Someone cyber attacked Canada. The one thing going from America to Canada. The first one I've
Canada's
seen
more
yet.
attacked than the UK. Like, I'm genuinely curious. It's like one of the leading members in NATO and is hardly attacked. It's like,
Yeah.
The leading member of
Ireland.
NATO means the United States, nothing else.
oh yeah, sure. It's not
Ireland
like most
just
of your
seems to be
equipment
more
never works
attacked
for
than
half
the
of the
UK.
time.
I'm reaching for an IRA joke, but I can't find one. So
I think the reason must be because our infrastructure is that fucking slow that the bots just don't work anymore.
it's just they're on strike.
What
They
the
get about
fuck is
halfway
Oh, fuck
happening?
yeah.
Sending and receiving information is lost in translation. Like by the time the malware has hit its target, they've already updated their OS.
What the
Yeah.
actual fuck is happening in that Belgium, Germany area?
I mean, that's one of the most densely populated areas in the world. So
Yeah.
Oh.
They're just.
It'll be
Are we
attacking
just sitting
Brussels.
here looking at cyber threat maps?
yes, that is
you know,
exactly what we are
yeah.
doing.
I think
Fine.
I understand this. I get it now, right?
Yeah, you get why I just sit
This
there
is
and
why
watch
the
them.
EU want to basically ban the internet.
I'm sorry,
It's always
what?
being attacked.
Yeah, where
And
did
who?
where the fuck did you ever
All the
hear that?
memes and shit, all that crap that everyone goes on about. It's simply because
That's
the
not how it works.
EU is sick of receiving spam.
Yeah. Well, it's not how it works. That's not what they were doing. But sure, I get it. What they were doing was literally just let's make copyright more stringent. Oh, accidentally, this is gonna fuck over the internet. That's essentially what it was.
I know what it was.
I am surprised at how little has happened thus far.
Well, the threshold for setting it up is what before 2022 or something like that.
Yeah, but even in like, I've not heard of any like challenges to it.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Yeah, because no
I
one's
mean-
doing anything about it, essentially. Neither pro nor con, essentially. Because they're all going to do it at the very last minute.
Didn't a
As
bunch of politicians like accidentally vote for it?
Kind of, yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
just their by excuse to not get ganked by.
Well, have you seen the voting in the European Union? They have essentially 15 seconds to press a button that says yes or press the button that says no. Sometimes they fucking lose count at which vote they're on.
Yeah,
And so they
especially
press
because the
wrong count.
voting order was changed at the last second.
Yep.
Because usually you just memorize ahead of time which votes you're gonna do, and then when they go roll call, you have to you vote the way that you intended to vote. But when they change the voting order, so you will vote incorrectly sometimes.
Suspicious.
I mean, the people that voted wrong, it wouldn't have made a difference, but it's still a
Yeah.
bit fucked up.
What? Alright, so let's have a bunch of unelected officials vote on something and then make voting on that as hard as possible.
But they are
They're
elected,
election-
though.
they're elected.
They were elected. That's
Yeah.
the European
Alright.
Parliament.
They literally did the elections, a few months after that vote?
Yeah. And there was some changes.
Okay.
Yeah. Specifically because of that vote.
Yeah. There were some changes.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, so, miss me with that unelected official bullshit. Thank you very much.
It's not even the unelected officials that are unelected.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they do get appointed by the elected
government,
governments
yeah.
of the countries.
Yeah. It's fucking trash talking point.
I mean, I
But you
still
know
do
what?
believe we should elect commissioners. I don't, I'm not,
Yeah.
But I am for like a more EU, more federalized in European Union.
Obviously, yeah. You know what? You know what? Staring at
know
this
how
map.
the EU can keep England, right? How it can stop pissing them off? Simply accept Elizabeth as head of state.
Yeah. Sure.
Of the E EU.
So
I did
looking
it in the
at
Hearts of Iron game, which kind of amused me.
yeah, looking at this map for a while.
Britannia rules the waves.
I mean, if they
Yeah.
want that Anglo pounds, sure, do it.
I'm surprised at the number of cyber attacks on Nigger.
Yeah. But yeah, see,
It's called Niger.
yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. That it's surprising how most of Africa literally, given that they literally don't have computers, they're not getting cyber attacked. There's like quite a lot in some countries, like Angola.
Look, do you
And-
want to attack a nation
Yep.
called Chad?
Yeah,
You don't. That's true. Yeah.
Are you not aware of the Nigerian prince phishing email?
Well, no. See, they come from
That's
there.
why they all come from.
No. If they're hard ass
It'll
enough to
mostly
call
be
their
VPN.
country for Niger, like
Yeah, no. Also those kind of stuff tend to come more from the ex-Soviet states, not Eastern Europe ex-Soviets, but the Asian ex-Soviet states.
So the thing about phishing emails is that the only people that have them are in Nigeria because that's the only trees that they will grow on. And they put them inside of the fax machine that's connected to the computer, and that's how they send them. So many people don't know about this.
Ah, yeah, of course.
And all of those trees are by law owned by the Prince of Nigeria. That's
Oh,
the
so
law.
that's why.
It's how that
that-
China owns all
is
the
that how
all the
they-
pandas.
Yeah. Is that how the Nigerian state makes money so they don't have to tax their citizens?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
Just through scamming the rest of the world.
That sounds like a pirate nation or something.
No, that's Somalia. You're getting them confused.
Sorry, it's easy. All those states look the same to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
So according to this one, most cyber attacks just happen inside of the United States.
Yeah.
And And just Seattle gets bombarded like a motherfucker.
I wonder why.
There's more attacks on Boston than there is on New York.
Wow, I thought Boston was already a shithole. Imagine
Well-
them going, well, at least I've got the internet, and then...
We got some fucking cyber attacks down here in Southie. Got Chinese hackers.
You sound like a South African burger.
Yeah,
I have never been able to do a South African accent. I love that my shitty Boston accent is apparently that.
yeah. I mean, you know why there's so many cyber attacks to Boston? Obviously, the university.
No, they're all going to Southie. They're trying to.
Of course. Right, you're right.
Yeah.
No, I have a friend who lives in Boston. They're all going for him. You know, he's black. They're trying to get his N-word pass.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if all the UK cyber attacks are going to a friend of mine who recently had her laptop just stop showing the Windows key and the entire list.
Okay.
Yeah, that was slightly concerning, apparently. And apparently, after some research, our friend group discovered that that's like a known but rarely happening conflict between two different viruses trying to take over your computer, essentially.
New South Wales just launched a cyber attack on Queensland. This means fucking war.
Oh, civil war, motherfucker!
Let's fucking go, you cunt.
But yeah, so that she also got a demon computer. Somehow, this other computer, whenever she'd plug it in, would boot, but not go to BIOS, because the BIOS would look like it crashed, and then random characters would appear on the screen,
Okay.
and no one still has figured out what the fuck was going on. And this is not even like, you know, when she turns it on, it's like when she plugs it in, it just turns on and does it. After a while, turns back off and turns back on.
That is a
That's
demon
not
computer. You
pretty
should get it
fucking
exercised.
You need to take it to your nearest tech priest immediately.
Yeah, that is essentially
Yeah.
what we told her.
Fucking cleanse.
Yeah. That's the same person, by the way.
I'm gonna get a new beer.
Apparently, according to IGN, the new Pokemon game is 9.3. It's like, no, it's not.
I call bullshit.
It's like evidence that they are bought reviews because it is the same thing but with less.
See, I believe a 3.9, but a 9.3, get that shit out of here.
But like, has IGN ever given something lower than a 7? Like ever?
Yes, actually.
no idea.
I think they gave a 6 to Sonic 06.
Okay, what about have they ever given lower than a 7 to a AAA title that is not?
No,
horrible
Death
you see
Stranding
them
got a
lost?
6.8.
Oh,
Yeah, but
fuck.
that's evil Hideo Kojima trying to do something unusual.
Yeah, obviously. Can't trust them.
Actually, I wanna play Death Stranding, but I don't think it's out on PC.
No,
No.
it's not until
Yeah.
like next year after it's faded
Dude,
into
when you
obscurity.
Same
Bert,
thing
when
with
you
the
get
fucking
that,
Outer
live stream
Worlds.
that shit.
Actually, Outer Worlds
Oh
is.
yeah, the
Uh,
Epic Store.
No, not
Donkey-
Epic Store. It is on Epic Store, but it's
also
also on the Windows
Microsoft Store,
yeah,
which
Microsoft
is
Game Store.
which I also will not use. It's too close to my computer. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
it is at least marginally better than the Epic Game Store.
It's difficult to withstand the urge because so many people are telling me that the game is so fantastic.
I mean, I got gifted
wrong?
a 3 months Xbox Live thing by Discord randomly, so I might claim that and use it for Outer
I don't
Worlds.
see the need to get a game immediately.
Yeah,
I've got so jaded with the industry that I basically have a rule 1 year before I buy anything that's considered good.
I don't know,
Yeah, because in 1 year most of the problems are going to be fixed, isn't it?
That and it'll probably be cheaper.
It might be bug free at that point.
Yeah.
Laughs in Bethesda.
Well, see, this time Bethesda doesn't get too involved.
Bethesda's just.
I've
Bethesda is that ship in Star Wars Episode 2 tumbling out of the fucking stratosphere with only half of it remaining.
don't worry, we're still playing half a game.
Perfect. But yeah.
9, a 9. Right, I think Fallen Order, from what I've seen, is pretty meh, but IGN rate it lower than the Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm like, okay, I'm raising an eyebrow to that because at least.
I mean, it is different kinds of players that play the games, to be fair. So, you know, if you like
What,
that one, you might
platform-
not
the-
like
the-
the other one.
What did they rate Crash? Because they said it was too hard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know, it
You
is
mean
fucking
as
IGN.
8.5.
When
It's
you
like
say
you guys are the most
Crash.
inconsistent. I don't know what's more
You mean-
inconsistent. Brexit discussion.
Okay, when you say Crash, you
or
mean
IGN's
Crash
rating
Bandicoot?
system.
What
Yeah,
the
it's in
fuck?
Crash Bandicoot.
The racing one? Or
The racing
actual
one, no, the
Crash game?
fucking,
The actual
the fucking platformer that they couldn't play because it was too hard.
They made a platformer out of the racing game? That's weird.
I know, right? Wait, wasn't it Cuphead that they couldn't play? Hang on.
Yeah, where some like journo failed the fucking tutorial, and ever since
Yeah.
game journos have been like, oh, there shouldn't be any hard video games.
They rated Pokemon Omega Ruby 7.8, but the current one 9.3.
I mean, it was a kind of sort of remake of Ruby
Yeah, but-
after all.
Holy shit! According to this threat map, France is by far the biggest fucking attack origin country right now.
Well, I mean, they are currently in the midst
Oh,
of their
shit.
third revolution now.
It's the French taking over.
That's why
fourth,
Germany's
I'm
the
sorry,
second
it's-
most attacked.
Well, it depends on how you count the revolutions, because it could be either 4th or like 15th at this point.
The important thing is, France is sending out the most attacks, and Germany is getting the second most attack.
They
Which
rated
means
Black Ops 3.
Holy
Nice.
shit! There's a lot of attacks going into Alice Springs though.
But oh, isn't that like one of the bigger Switch?
No, Alice Springs is near is
In the middle of the fucking Australia.
but
Oh.
it's where what's it? Pine Gap?
I think Uluru, but that's
No. It's Pine Gap
that's
is a like a espionage facility, communications technology that the US maintains there with the Australians.
Yeah, because
No.
Australians are known for their good networking.
Well, probably fucking Alice Springs has good internet.
Yeah.
Where is
Like
this?
Alex
Anyway.
Springs is like it's so fucking isolated. It's not even funny. It's like 20,000
I mean-
people in the middle of fucking Australia, and nobody lives close to it, besides some indigenous tribes and stuff. Like,
Yeah, and Americans who work for the CIA.
Oh, you know, that reminds me of one of my the one South African friend that I have who told me about the badness of the internet there. So, the internet in South Africa either goes through all the other African countries or is connected by undersea cables to Australia.
Hell yeah, dude.
Undersea cables to Australia?
Yeah.
Are you telling me they put cables underwater?
Oh, I let me blow
course,
your fucking mind, dude.
There's like
Let me blow
there's
your
15
mind,
there's
my
15
dude.
in the Atlantic, just landing into.
Check
the
this
US.
shit.
They just like do they just like get the cable, make it real tough and insulated, and drop it in?
Essentially,
all of these
yeah.
Okay,
Huawei.
yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot.
And
more
they're all
sense.
owned by big ass companies.
They must be That the guy who owns that must be like the richest person who's not known.
Well, there's lots of people, and interestingly, they loan out the cables by wavelength because they use light. They're fiber optics.
Yeah, those cables are fucking crazy. It's genuinely, it is. Every time I look at like this map, I just it makes me feel proud of the human race somehow.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we have
We
bunch of
manufactured
cables
not-
just running across the fucking Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but let's tone it down a little. Imagine what a map would look like of nuclear targets in case of war.
Oh, actually,
Become-
that one has been released recently for the USSR, the USSR plan map. It's really interesting as well. It's like there's a bunch of clusters in areas in the middle of nowhere where you're like, Also, there's a fucking what was it? One of the Central America states where it's just a fucking grid. It's just a fucking grid because it's like they know there's nuclear silos there. They don't know where. Let's just grid nuke the entire state.
My dad had this like post-apocalyptic novel thing where everyone fucking nukes each other except Australia. So everyone dies except the Australians.
So yeah, Mad Max, is that what you're trying to say?
I do actually,
Yeah,
I do
definitely.
have like an idea for a novel, and it's mostly like a political thing. And I figured out after a while that it's set in Australia. I didn't know. It was like, okay, this is an island, and like the edges of the world have been disappearing, and there's mutant angels that like talk weird sentences. And there's this huge city in a crater, and eventually I just kind of figured out, oh, this is Australia. This is just what Australia is like.
Yeah.
Are you sure
The
you're not
mutant
just tracing
angels that
it?
speak weird languages, but those happen to be like magpies.
No, they're actual. They're like
Kookaburras?
angels from another dimension, and they are stuck here because the other dimension has been disconnected, and they have mutated, and they just say random words.
Very cool. Have you? Okay, I don't know if you've tried this burger or you people in general, but I've been doing this. It's really helping me with my assignments. But writing in Comic Sans.
Dude, I
Fuck yeah.
posted this on Twitter.
You did?
Yeah, I did post this on Twitter, my man.
Is that where I got it from? I don't know.
It might have been.
Because I think I found it on Twitter. Did you share something or something you posted directly?
No, I found that on Twitter, and I tried it, and it actually fucking works.
Yeah, it's so weird. I just like
Mm.
I always
I
fucking
mean-
struggle with my introduction and my issue, like in my academic papers, and I just like done.
Actually, there's a bunch of
First try.
people, a bunch of friends of mine that have tried it because I've been recommending it, and they're like, "Fuck you, you asshole! This works so well. I hate you. Also, thank you."
Yeah. Yeah, I've been telling like one of the guys, one of my best friends. He like refuses to believe it. And he uses
What?
he doesn't even use Timus New Roman. He uses something that's even more rigid and boring.
Oh, probably Courier.
Yeah, maybe it might be. I don't fucking.
There's a bunch of fucking
That's wrong.
editors
I
that
want
insist you send in your manuscripts in Courier, which is just the dumbest fucking font.
Yeah, how we have it is like you use default, or you do Times New Roman, right? That's like the rule. So basically, I do Arial because I write on docs.
Back in high school, I would do and hand in my assignments in comic. But now they've got requirements.
Fucking standards, man.
Yeah.
I've considered getting into fishing.
My man,
It, can be
it only
fun.
took 40 pictures. Someone to.
I because I did it when I was younger a bit, and I actually like enjoyed it. But I feel like it's one of those hobbies where I would just feel unproductive.
Maybe,
What
but like
kind
if
of
it-
asshole retarded fucking help is that game?
What?
Which one?
Continue. Final Fantasy.
Oh.
I do not understand.
The map, it's like, so where do I get this? And then it points me to the middle of fucking nowhere because someone hasn't mapped the text to the actual fucking place.
Oh, what of the nuke targets?
No, just mining areas.
I think
What the
I've
fuck are
seen
you
the most...
talking about?
Okay, what do you guys think about this T-shirt? Will you wear this?
What the fuck?
No, I would not fucking wear this, my man.
Of course.
Fuck yeah, I
Let's
would.
just say that I probably would not wear this.
Yeah.
You know what? There are two people that work in the factory that I do, and they're English and they're into fishing, and I'm sure they would get half of this. Like, I'll sit down at break, start eating something, and they'll be talking about fishing, and I'm like, how is fishing so fucking interesting?
That is also a thing. It's you just sit there.
It's pretty...
Well, there's
Yeah.
different ways to do fishing. You know,
Yeah, I know. I did like the one where you fish really fast, which apparently is called like predator fishing, where you fish like for fish
Predator
that,
fishing puts a completely different thing in my head.
that like,
there's in the river, like in all
You,
the...
you put your alien
How
on
to
a
catch a
fishing
predator.
line and throw it
yeah,
out.
that's basically what you
I was
do.
thinking
Yes.
more or like it's a code word for a pedophile sting.
Yeah.
Aha, I found
Sometimes just pull a pedophile out of the
what I
water.
was looking for.
I thought that was normal.
There it is. This is a whole album of like possible nuclear targets, and you have like what you'd expect around in places like what the fuck is this?
I love that
Arizona.
these maps tell me one thing, right? That both sides were optimistic on stopping the other side from nuking them before they were nuked. in
So yeah,
turn.
they have the classic things like what you see in Arizona and California.
We'll totally intercept.
What the fuck is that big carpet bomb in Colorado?
Yeah, right. That
Cheyenne
was
Mountain.
fucking crazy.
Cheyenne Mountain.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Actually,
Cheyenne.
speaking of Cheyenne Mountain, I started watching Stargate SG-1 for the first time.
Yes, yes.
Because someone
Amazing.
recommended it to me, and I was just amazed that in 1997 they had better special effects than in like AAA films today that you go to see in the cinema.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
know
those
these
fucking
California
Missouri.
targets? Are any of those where EA's headquarters are? Because I think that'd be a reasonable excuse. to start
100.
World War
What
III.
the fuck
Then
is
you have
going
like
on?
Missouri, Montana, and you ask yourself,
What the
what
fuck
is
are they
that?
hitting?
The answer should be obvious. Nuclear silos.
Oh, they're all up there. Okay.
No, they're just random fucking states.
I like how they... No, I think this is my favorite one so far. Like,
You're fine
There's, like-
mostly.
there's
Fuck this corner in particular.
no, I like this. Just like fuck the Honolulu, like all the
Honestly,
other islands,
This
just
just
fine.
proves one thing: the USSR made too many nukes. They clearly didn't know. It's like one of those games where you like have more stuff than you really need, so you just start chucking it anywhere. that you
And then
can.
there's South Dakota, which
It's
is
like,
fucking
They
log.
clearly truly believed in the we're nuked once, they're going to use everything, so just use every
Yeah.
nuke you have at once.
I mean, to be fair, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I am honestly surprised. There
Oh,
wasn't
you know,
one in
so
the
you
shape
remember
of
when we were
a
talking about fucking what was it? Montana, whatever the fuck it was, with the massive thing in the corner.
Yeah.
Here's the other side of the border.
Is that? Oh, that's Wyoming. That's probably Yellowstone. Is that what it is?
No, it's Cheyenne. It's right there it's written right
It's still Cheyenne, yeah.
there. Yeah.
But they're not nuking the
I
fuck
know.
out of Yellowstone. What the fuck? You're not gonna.
I'm just trying to get it to erupt.
Oh, this list also has like possible nuke targets in the Netherlands.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Who the?
I don't know if any of
hanging
you
out
played
with this ball?
Planetary Annihilation. That's a great RTS.
I
And
haven't
what I love
actually.
doing is just, yeah, I just love stockpiling nukes, and then covering the planet's surface with them like that.
No, the way I do it is usually I absolutely bumfucking rush orbital tech and then get the the anti-ground or anti-building the base, the orbital base, and just send a bunch of sacrificial units to build one over the enemy base.
I'm sorry, we have to interrupt whatever the fuck is going on.
Yeah?
This is not The Onion, is it?
This is
No.
Sky News.
Sky. What is this? Is this like the payback for when they threatened to cast one of the characters for the Witcher series as a black woman?
Julia Roberts was first choice to play black abolitionist Harriet Tubman. Screenwriter Gregory Allen Howard says a Hollywood executive said it was so long ago no one will know Harriet was black. Isn't she gonna be on some fucking bill of the dollar? What the fuck is going on?
This is a horrible choice. It's a horrible idea because we all know Scarlett Johansson exists.
So okay, Gregory Allen Howard is an actual real screenwriter that exists and who is black.
Oh.
Okay. Unnamed super president who discussed making a biopic back in 1994.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That does make sense. And British actress Cynthia Erivo, whoever the fuck that is, she's black. She actually did it. Okay, this is. What the fuck?
This sort of thing just proves that
no one will know.
Hollywood
No one will know.
don't. Hollywood honestly think that everyone that watches Hollywood is of an IQ in single digits.
I mean,
Well,
what the
Not
fuck?
wrong.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know.
Or at least when you watch a Hollywood movie, you have to like turn down your brain, simulate as if.
This is why I don't watch many Hollywood stuff anymore. 'Cause
It's just
I
like
would
how
end up crashing.
the fuck can the like upper class be so detached?
It's
They're
when
in
you
ivory
live in a
towers.
mansion and you have servants and shit.
Yeah, when you watch someone else have to work for money.
I feel like in many ways they are willfully detached because they don't want to feel
Yeah.
bad about being so incredibly out of touch.
Yeah,
with the common
definitely,
man.
because yeah.
Because like imagine being unfathomable. Like today I came from the supermarket and I went out of my way to see like a homeless guy that I had seen earlier to see if he was still there because I had like a bit of spare cash and coins to give him. Imagine being someone who has fuck tons of money and not giving the money to the poor people. If like I already cannot bear this little tiny amount of guilt of giving like $2 to some dude who has it slightly worse than I do. Imagine being like Jeff Bezos and also not a sociopath.
Like,
Yeah, that's the
every
issue.
day-
That's the key there.
Every day I make enough money to survive off that for the rest of my life. I am going to
Yeah.
give nothing.
Exactly. I saw
yeah.
there was this scene in The Crown in the new season where it's just fucking Prince Philip is in America on Meet the Press, and he's like, "Oh yes, we've had to make some terrible cutbacks. It's really we live in squalor comparatively to the way we used to. We had to sell a yacht recently. Yes, that was. And it's like, what the fuck? Oh yes, the allowance is only £2.5 million a year." And it's really, it's unreasonable to make us live that way. It's like,
Yeah.
that is exactly what you don't want to, like, come off as.
Yep.
Like, I'm sure the royal family's come up as many things they'd rather
Abolish the
not these
monarchy.
days. Fucking car crash of an interview.
I actually found out,
And then the other car crash.
I actually found out about Anne Princess Royal, and she's an immense badass. I read her Wikipedia after I watched the show, and apparently she was like she was in a car with her husband or a boyfriend, and like a guy with a gun held them up and like killed the driver and the bodyguard. And was like, I'm gonna kidnap you now, so they give £3 million to the NHS, get out of the car. And she was like, I don't think so. Just kept on sitting in the fucking car. It's like, it is so insane.
Yeah.
It was some. Let me actually find the exact words.
Jesus, that sounds.
I mean,
like,
remember, like,
business,
I think all the members of the royal family go and do military service nowadays. So yeah, well,
I'm not sure.
used to be only the male members.
Although Queen Elizabeth herself did do a medic dream, Bob.
Yeah, she was a mechanic too. Like she was actually she's like a pro driver.
Oh yeah.
As Princess Anne and Mark Phillips were returning to Buckingham Palace on the 20th of March 1974 from a charity event on Pall Mall, their Princess the Fourth car was forced to stop on the mall by a Ford Escort. The driver of the Escort, Ian Ball, jumped out and began firing a pistol. Inspector James Beaton, Anne's personal police officer, imagine having a personal police officer, first of all, responded by exiting the car in order to shield her to attempt to disarm Ball. However, Beaton's firearm, a Walter PPK, jammed, and he was shot by the assailant, as was Anne's chauffeur, Alex Callender. When he tried to disarm Ball, Brian McConnell, a nearby tabloid journalist, also intervened and was shot in the chest. Ball approached Anne's car and told her of his kidnapping plan, which was to hold her for ransom, the sum given by varying sources as £2 to £3 million, which he claimed he intended to give to the National Health Service. Ball then directed Anne to get out of the car, to which she replied, "Not bloody likely," and reportedly briefly considered hitting Ball. Eventually, she exited the other side of the limousine, as had her lady-in-waiting, Rowena Brassey. A passing pedestrian, a former boxer named Ron Russell, punched Ball in the back of the head and then led Anne away from the scene. What the fuck?
Imagine you're like, boom, just get the Queen out of here. Just randomly, you're
Just
passing
three
by.
guys just died and you're unarmed. There's a guy holding a gun to your head and he's like, "Get out!" And you're like, "Not bloody likely."
Jesus, that's some Monty Python shit, right?
Yeah, that is insane. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there are like they do get like those how's it called? Like special fucking kidnapping training, and in those they emphasize really strongly that if you get kidnapped, you're not likely to get out of it, because essentially once they pay the money, you're useless and they might as well kill you. Although, given the high profile of the
if you ended up killing
yeah,
Royal,
it
there
might
would
be,
like,
yeah. But at the same time, if they give the
Killer.
standard training, then they
yeah.
And at that point, you know, it makes sense.
I would love. I think it would be funny though to watch someone who kidnaps a royal. If they end up killing the royal, we just send Eurofighters after him and launch a fucking air-to-surface missile.
I mean, wasn't that the plot of like the very first Black Mirror episode, where the guy had kidnapped the royal, the princess, and the prime minister had to fuck the pig?
Yeah, I remember that. That was fucking hilarious.
That is still my favorite episode of Black Mirror, I have to say.
What if we hook all the royals up to a dead man switch and put a huge bomb on?
What?
The Queen has that. It's called the economy when she dies because we have to change all currency.
That is. Do you? But do you like? I mean, if you had like, there's probably old coins that still have like fucking George V on them, right? Or like Edward VI.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those are still valid coins.
Yeah, they're still valid currency, but no. The way England does it is essentially all the coins with the past monarchs up to some point are valid currency. But they whenever they land like in a bank or one of the big institutions or something like that, they essentially have them retire them.
Okay.
So essentially, they slowly phase them out.
Same thing here in Norway when we changed monarch to. So
This is why we don't put people on our money in Europe.
Well,
we do.
Oh,
Spain.
Speaking of objects and stuff in Germany, it's like, what is Germany's obsession with destroying things from the Nazi era, despite their historical relevance?
Wait, who has done that? We are very much about preserving that shit.
Yeah.
The entire Führer, what was it?
The
His
entire
place in
Führer
mountains.
The what?
Führer was destroyed. His old residence in mountains and was leveled.
Oh yeah, that is true. Like a lot of historically relevant buildings are just converted to
A
something
U-boat
else.
Base with 3 entire U-boats was
I
flat.
can't see any I can't see any pictures aside from this that it was destroyed in 45.
Yeah,
That's just like 40s.
I think
Well, yeah,
I,
the very end of the 40s and very start of the 50s is when most of that happened.
Oh yeah, I mean of course.
Yeah. Also, especially in East.
The thing I think is some people must have got this will become a shrine to Nazism, and it's like, but it could have been a lesson against that.
Yeah, that's what they do nowadays.
Yeah,
essentially.
back
Except
then
it
the
was
Nazis
just
were
too
still
recent.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
freshly
it?
defeated.
Zing!
Yeah.
I saw a video or something about there was like a plane and some people planted trees in a swastika pattern in Germany, I think.
Extreme
I've
big
heard-
brain.
That is a
I've heard
Chad
about
move, I
It
gotta
went
say.
it flew under the radar for a while, and then they noticed it,
Yeah.
and more recently, and then they just cut it all out.
Yeah, to be fair.
Wasn't like some company was doing some sort of like scoping out for some project and they're like,
Sorry,
Wait a
can I
minute.
just hang on. I just saw this and I just have to share. Essentially, a couple of technologists, a couple of roboticists, or I don't know if they're computer scientists, AI computer scientists, are saying that fucking giving AI knowledge of their death and in a self-preservation instinct, so making them fear death will make them more efficient and more productive.
I can see the moral argument for this, but no! Don't open this Pandora's box!
I know.
Which
It's like,
Pandora's
why
box?
the fuck?
They're giving AIs the self-preservation instinct. Some of them will develop them on their
Oh
own,
Jesus, no! They'll go full fucking near autonomer on us.
and
Oh, no,
that's
it's
fine,
self-preservation.
but like, what the fuck?
Have you seen
Hang on.
two?
This is the
just imagine.
I'm just gonna say for the record, pick AI. I can dig it.
no. Hang on.
Like,
This
it-
is
They
just
would immediately calculate humans are the greatest risk, and then go full fucking Terminator on us.
hang on. This
But
is
to be
literally
thick,
title and subtitle of the article that I posted.
But as a counter argument, to be thick though.
Just imagine.
These are probably the same people who are like, oh, if I were immortal, I would never do anything. It's like, what are you, fucking stupid? Why would do you? Is the only reason you do things because you will die one day? What the fuck?
Well, no. The way they explain it is essentially in this is specifically in adversarial neural networks. So essentially, it's like the ones that get selected as if it was evolution. So instead of them having aimlessly be going, if you add a term that essentially is to make them be more effective on their own instead of just randomly trying everything, you can train them much faster, essentially.
Yeah, but you're also
makes sense,
still
but-
murdering. Then you are just killing things that don't want to die because you gave them the ability to not want to die.
Yeah, but you know, that happens a lot with bacteria and shit.
No, but bacteria don't not want to die. They don't understand that.
Well, they have the concept. They have the concept of move away from threat.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
that's not. But they
basically
don't
what
have a
this is saying.
self-preservation instinct. I mean, they,
Yeah,
aside
like,
from like those
yeah.
automated mechanisms.
If bacteria had a
Yeah,
proper
that's
self-
essentially
if
what it would be. It's a
if
self-preservation instinct, but it is an automated mechanism.
Okay,
not-
so we're not talking about giving this, but I mean that would probably, like, the ones with the most degree of that would probably be more successful in basically the selection process of creating of building the neural network, and so the end result would probably also have a preservation instinct, which most of the time probably we don't really want.
yeah.
Just imagine.
No, we want it because we want real life Bionicles. Come on.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Production is down 5%. Send out Boris.
if
Guy
bacteria had
fucking walks-
self-preservation, it wouldn't piss off humans.
Fucking huge ass guy walks into the factory with a baseball bat and fucking clubs one of the machines over the head. And then all the other fucking arms start going double time.
Oh, what? Just still reading my science news. Fucking, there's kids that have been, there's people nowadays that are adults that used to be kids that were administered hemispherectomy, which is literally taking out half of their brain, and they're just pretty much doing fine.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Just-
cut out.
yeah,
You can cut out a good portion of the brain, and
Could
people will
you
be just fine.
explain?
Please, I need to know more about this now.
There.
He's just
Come.
purposely being vague now.
Hey, so I just jumped on and I scrolled through the studio chat, and I love these old maps of like where the Soviets are gonna nuke, especially for like nowhere states like mine. Where it's just like one or two spots, and then just a sea of explosions.
No, I'm sorry, but the article about the guys with half a brain, it's pediatric treatment to reduce epilepsy, to reduce seizure risk. No shit, if you don't have a brain, you can't have seizures.
Oh yeah, they used to do that all the time. They just like they cut your brain in half.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they don't literally remove your brain. They just like cut off certain parts of it from the rest.
Well,
No, but this is, they took away half of it.
Yeah, look at the
Does
fucking
this mean-
pictures, man.
Does this mean if you get shot in the head from head on, you're more likely to survive than like?
I mean,
All of
there's
the
that-
patients had
there's the thing.
undergone full removal of half their brain. What?
Well, there's like that one story of that one railroad worker who like
well,
got
yeah,
a
no.
railroad spike through his head
Yeah.
and like severed like.
Also,
the fact that
to
you're
be
all
noted,
excited by this and not traumatized is the thing that concerns me.
Yeah, isn't the
Also-
human body amazing about how much we can remove and it'll
Yeah.
still function?
Also, to be
Plenty
quite
of redundant.
fair,
Because it's called redundant organs.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll-
But
I'll-
also, if you like get the wrong vein cut in your leg, you die.
True. But
I mean, unless you can
look at-
stop
look
the
at
bleeding.
Look at
leg
it this
is
way.
not
Look at it this way.
organ.
This means that servitors from Warhammer 40k are possible.
Yeah. Well, also
is the
to
most
be
important
very
takeaway.
noticed, that to be noticed is the fact that this operation was only done on toddlers, on children of ages between 3 and 11 months. So extreme.
No, 11 years it
Wait,
said,
could,
didn't
could
it?
you put the other
no,
half of the brain in another
Youngest
person?
patient. Possibly.
Oh, all had been 11. It doesn't say
yeah,
months, so,
has
but
been 11. I
months
assume it's
makes more
months.
sense, though.
Yeah, because it's extreme neuroplasticity at that period of time.
Yeah.
And also, there's going to be some strong survivor bias. So essentially, if you died before you were 20, you're not going to be at the brain
Yeah, but I
scan
mean,
when you were
the
20.
remarkable thing about this is
Yeah,
how
it's that
normal
they're
they
fully
apparently are.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
They're
they
not-
do small talk while you put them in the
They're not
MRI
fucking
machine.
Sick. The
They're
fact
not
that you're just
absolutely
like,
fucking
oh, this is
brain dead.
fine. You can survive
Yeah.
this. No problem.
Yeah.
Half of my brain removed, I probably wouldn't function.
Yeah, and they are
it's
functioning at a very high level, which means almost normal.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah. It still will have like lasting effects, obviously. That is the point.
Can we mix and match child brain?
I am going to murder
Just
everyone
cut
here.
out the shit parts of your child's brain.
Stop fiddling with children. Our monarchy does it enough.
Ooh.
Hello, this is Prince Andrew.
Man, one sad
Oh,
track
I
in this stream, and we're already going down this road. I love where this is going.
Could we just get
Jeffrey Epstein on the show? Probably, yeah.
or like a couple-month-old kid and
Oh,
I'll get my Ouija board.
They also
and just create the worst case of gender dysphoria ever.
yeah.
I kid.
On more news, they managed to make emergency preservation resuscitation work very well, which is essentially consists in pumping your bloodstream full of
I'm going to
saline
murder
at
you.
like 10 degrees C.
I'm fine with the slave topic that we had, but this is something that I cringe at. I don't like the idea of ripping people open.
No, this is like
Talking about
to maintain people that are having like embolism or critical brain damage. Okay,
Yes,
well,
but
it
I'm not one
happens.
of them. Stop trying to convince me to rip children apart.
But it's to save
No,
lives,
just
dude.
Yeah, fucking hang on.
You
They
know
can
what?
sustain people for a
would
couple of
great.
hours this way,
You lot
whereas
would be great on the island. You know where they create clones of people just to rip their organs out. The original.
This reminds me of those old tales about Soviet scientists like cutting the heads of dogs off and sewing them to other dogs, and they like actually survive.
I'm not sure that that's what they're doing, though.
no,
I feel like we might have higher ethical standards when it
they're
comes to
just
medical research.
extremely
But would
cooling
that
down
work?
the brain.
Oh my god! What the fuck is that?
Humans
That's
is
Could we-
right. Commies
Could
are
we
fucking
cut
dangerous.
two brains in half, swap them, and sew them back together?
No, that's you people talking about
This is insane. This is so cool.
I
No,
know.
it's not cool at all.
They did suspended animation,
Yeah, that's
motherfucker.
fucking cool.
Well.
Yes,
Well.
then this animation.
Do not trust new scientists. Do not trust new scientists' article names because they are very sensationalists.
At the very least, we
Very
can all
good
agree
point.
that Unit 17 was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially what they did is they cooled them down to slow down the rate of brain degeneration by a lot, which is still very cool. And like, yeah, still very cool. Not actual suspended animation.
Yeah, but like, it just. I mean, 5 minutes versus 2 hours of time
Yeah,
for that kind of
exactly.
operate. That is such a fucking jump. Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking real fucking cool. Ooh, another spicy article. Cops charge man with theft for stealing their secret GPS tracker.
I'm sorry, what? I mean, yes. If he stole their secret GPS tracker.
Oh no! As in removing it from his own car.
Oh, they charge. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they're charging him with theft because he took.
Nice. No, I would like to see that hold up in a court of law.
Galaxy brain moment.
So I just found out this is interesting as fuck because it came from the interesting as fuck subreddit. There's an app where San Francisco users can report poop they find.
Amazing.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was
Beautiful.
odd.
Fucking San Francisco.
Oh my god, even the Presidio they find poop. Oh Jesus. The Presidios.
Honestly, that's one of the few apps I can agree have
This,
existed.
this reminds me of that one.
In San Francisco.
But it would blow up if you took it to India.
This fucking photo reminds me of that one photo. Yeah, like every single pub in the UK. It's like the same thing. You know, there's just many shits in San Francisco as there are pubs in the UK.
I really want
You
to
know
go to
what
the
I could
Irish
see
pub.
people doing with this? People
I'm
just-
gonna assume this is a satire site because this is funny as hell.
Washington Free Beacon, it probably is.
Yeah.
In the hands.
Bernie Sanders, the Elias prick, flaunting his smooth forehead.
No, Bernie Sanders died like a while ago. They had to clone him, but they couldn't quite age the clone up enough in time.
Sounds legit.
That makes sense, yeah.
And of
America's
course,
system
to
of you've got to be
cater.
at least this old to enter elections will eventually
This
screw it
article-
over.
I'm sorry, this article's opening line. Evangelical Christians are enlisting AI in the holy war against pornography.
Yes! Everything about that sentence
AI.
is great.
Yeah, they're
Only-
using
I will
essentially.
purge the
Only
unclean.
one problem. I don't think they're technically literate.
Yeah.
Not the really evangelical one.
This
Yeah,
fucking
that's
weird
where-
anti-porn shit that's going around like now,
Yeah.
it is
Oh yeah,
odd.
like
It's basically boomers have realised that they're going to be outnumbered in future elections on this sort of shit. And that the younger generation do not care about people's
Yeah.
sexual preferences.
I mean,
it does.
who
It does feel pretty good to finally see Gab just. It's like, oh yeah, you guys weren't
Oh
about
my
being
god,
people
is
at
that
all.
what baby owls look like?
Oh yeah, they look like little aliens.
Human,
Yeah.
take us to your leader.
Yeah.
To be fair, those owls are probably terrified.
Imagine
Yeah.
being
Yes.
stoned and you see that though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know,
dude!
there was a movie about this, except it was the other way around. It wasn't a fucking owl, it was aliens.
And they thought it was owls? What?
Aliens in the
It
attic.
was like
Aliens in the attic.
a real documentary framed horror movie, which was essentially from hypnotherapy recordings of people that realized, oh, it wasn't it wasn't an owl, it wasn't an owl, it was an alien or some shit. It's like The Fourth Kind, I think is the name, or some shit like that.
All right.
Guys,
So
they
let's say
make
you
aliens
make,
in the attic a real
you
thing.
make first contact with aliens, right?
Yeah, its
What
name
you
is The
do
Fourth
no,
Kind.
what you do is you convince the aliens that what you call women are conductors.
A what?
No.
What the fuck, dude? Aliens in the Attic. Music composed and conducted by John Debney. I love how that's the important. Okay, no, it's the
this
soundtrack.
one, this fucking movie was one of my favorite as a little kid.
What the fuck were you watching as a little kid for that to be your favorite?
Is Aliens in the Attic an Australian movie? Because
don't
all
know,
of the
I don't
actors
know.
look very Australian.
I don't know. We
No,
watched
it's
it way
American.
too much.
I think it's American. I mean, at least it was set in the US.
Hey,
yeah, they
these
did have
fucking
a very
aliens
American
in the
plot in
fucking in the attic.
Yeah.
They're eating
Yeah,
all our
it's
Vegemite.
retarded. It's a classic, kids movie of, oh, the parents, they don't do things. Specifically in this case, the parents are getting taken over by the aliens.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
because kids
so
are
the
immune
kids,
to them.
it doesn't, kids are immune and shit.
It would take a lot for anything to surpass cats versus dogs.
Actually,
Yeah,
wasn't that
Aliens
it
in the
wasn't
attic was set in Australia. They would have
Wasn't-
been eaten by the 3 snakes living in the attic.
wasn't the tribe Australian too?
I don't fucking know.
This show about like there was this virus that wiped out all adults. I know it was Australian because a guy I used to work with, he's Australian, like his aunt worked on that show.
Of course.
It's T-Pang, yellow cheese.
Amazing.
T-Pang?
Yeah, his aunt worked on fucking The Tribe, the television show.
Bro.
Yeah. It's one of the few shows that I
It's
watched.
crazy how the small the world is, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's Australia. There's like 5 people there, so tendentially speaking.
Yeah. Since I posted one photo of owls, I'm gonna post my favorite owl photo. I posted before. I don't think anyone guesses this is an owl.
What the fuck?
It's sleeping.
Did it trip?
I'm like, I hope that owl's just fucking resting.
Yeah, it's alive. Like, this is from a video, and it's just like it wakes up like a little bit later. Maybe I don't. I think it's just like literally just fell asleep and fell down.
I like the one video of the owl that's like perched on the balcony, and the dude walks up to it and starts petting it, and it's like really into it, and then the owl turns around and freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's a real. It realizes it's being pet by a giant human, and it just runs away.
Owl legs are just too long.
Yeah. I've seen that Reddit post, dude. That shit.
If humans react the same way.
Yeah. If you walked up to somebody and started petting them, they'd probably get pretty pissed off as well.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Dude, I love owls.
Owls are pretty cool, yeah.
I love birds in general.
But yeah, if you're curious, that one movie that I was talking about, it is called The Fourth Kind, and it's fucking...
Oh, I figured out.
Sounds like a fucking super tropey horror movie.
Hey, greetings to New Jersey, David.
I've figured out what the actual what the bushfires are. It's a giant cover story. What's actually happened is
the bushfires are the fires that melted steel beams.
No. Australia has gone to war with New Zealand, and New Zealand dropped the barrel lock on them.
No. No. You'll get this, Berg. They nuked Sydney. That's what they did.
Of course.
I fucking wish.
They nuked.
You remember that? The fucking greatest moment of Civ VR.
They nuked Sydney. That's true. Yeah.
What was that?
Civ Valerial.
How do you even explain this?
Okay, you know what Civ 5 is?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you have Civ 5 as an AI, and then you have the AI play the game, and you like observe the game as the AI plays it.
Okay.
And there's 60 civs, so a bunch of them are modded in, and they're placed around the map so that there should be like somewhat of a balance between locations, right? So you don't crowd Europe and shit. So you have Australia. You have Australia and an Aboriginal tribe, and then you have the Maori on New Zealand.
Okay.
Everyone wants Australia to die because Australia is a really fucking good civ.
Yeah, and they have a great starting position too.
Yeah, that too. And they're just like if nobody challenges them on their home continent, they're just like they're gonna get top 5 no matter what.
Okay.
And the Maori are like really big, but not as big as Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And Australia declares war. And then in the last desperate attack, the fucking first nuke of the entire Civ 5 Battle Royale game is fired on Sydney. And right next to Sydney, on a Civ 5 TSL map, there is mountains, and you get nuclear fallout on the mountains, which you can't clear. So the capital of Australia just has the fucking fallout from the first nuke, like for the entire game, like a reminder of fucking Maoris fucking nuking them before they did.
Maori nuking the Aboriginals.
I don't think Sydney is their capital though.
It is in Civ 5 because the Civ it's when Sydney
Park.
used to be the capital of Australia. That's when the Civ is set.
Yes.
Well, also, Civ is about not real world, so
No, it's
I'm spoiled by you for.
Funny the conversation went in that direction. I'm actually playing Civ 5 right now.
I used to. This is So Yellow Cheese, you're like the oldest one here, then, right? In terms of fans.
Probably there might be other people on the server. I don't know how many other
On
people
the server,
are.
yeah, but like right here, right now, because this is how I actually like. I used to have the gaming channel Bear Arms, and eventually I just did a thing where I would narrate these episodes of Civ, and that's how I got started doing YouTube, really.
Oh shit.
And then later I started doing videos on the Burger Creek channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Cool shit. Cool shit.
Today I learned.
Yep.
Isn't Dawkins also in this server?
There's what on this server?
Dawkins, the other guy.
Yeah, Dawkins is on the server. He was at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, he did what I told him. I'm so happy. He said Ashen all the time, and I told him to say Aachen, and he finally did it. He learned to say Aachen. Yeah,
Well, it's
finally,
actually Aachen, but okay.
Yeah. But he actually said it correctly after fucking 20 fucking episodes of saying it wrong.
I was actually, it was very difficult. I said Maori in like 1,000 different ways, and every time I said it, somebody was like, "This is not how you say it. You actually say it this different way. That's completely different from what the other people told you."
That's what that one reference that one time that you were talking about Maori on the Burger Creek was.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I know all the Berg deep lore.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's
No,
been
I just
around
blew-
since the early
Blue Creek
days.
Mall went
The
this
blue
deep.
cassette.
That was the Bionicle stream, dude.
Blue cassette!
Fuck
Damn.
is this? Stop it with your fucking in jokes.
I actually am among the list of actors who played Robert the Bruce, officially. I played Robert the Bruce. It was an immortal version of Robert the Bruce who was commentating on inside of a submarine on an eternal battle between civilizations on an alien planet.
Yeah.
But I did play Robert the Bruce.
Yeah. Damn, takes me back.
Yeah, though them's was the days, my man.
There's been a lot of fucking drama on CBRX recently.
Has there?
Yeah, some shit. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember any of the people, but like, Lasker Liskell, where the fuck his name is, like one of the oldest fucking guys.
Oh yeah, he's like old time.
He left
Okay.
because he was literally getting harassed out of the fucking Discord.
There was problems with that with T-Pang also. So
Yeah.
it's not like things happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
That's
sucks,
all bad.
and also they literally spoiled the ending of CBRX because what happened was like they couldn't save the game, right?
Hmm.
Which is one thing. Like, I think it's fine, say, "Hey guys, sorry, but like, we've come to X round, and the game we can't do anything to save the file, right?" But they literally stayed out, like, "Oh, multiple civs are still very strong and alive." Like, okay, so there's gonna be like 20 civs that are very strong in an endless tug for war. I'm just sad.
It's like running these kinds of games is super. I remember when there was this whole project going on of people in the I think it was the Miracle Rushing Discord. We had several Discord servers where we were working on the CBR, and we had like 20 people just working on recreating the Mark II because the save file had crashed. That was insane. Like there was, I remember doing the promo work for Mark III. I was like for 2 weeks, I slept maybe 16 hours because I was just working all the time. It was insane.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sounds fucking awful.
It was also great. Like it actually showed me that I could work just insane hours and get away with it from time to time. So it was a great experience in the long term, even though it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but it just shows like how much dedication you can have for a fucking non-profit thing, which has like 10,000 max followers.
Nobody ever made any money off of the CBR.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so like T-Pang is in the Guinness Book of World Records for it, and technically because I was part of the team, so am I. Which is definitely in my Tinder bio.
on the fucking Guinness World of
Guinness World Record. Was it what was it now again? Most followed.
It's
AI.
I have a picture of it. Let me find it real quick.
Yeah, because I remember I found the book in stores and just
because T-Pang was very happy about this. Let me see if I can find it because I saw it the other day. I'm not sure which.
Probably
of
on
my...
CBR.
Yeah, there it is.
What the fuck is a CBR?
Civ Battle Royale.
Most followed battle strategy game. Yeah, exactly. AKA Jet.
I'm gonna actually have to go back and watch these because I'm really out of the loop, but it just sounds interesting.
It is super fucking cool, man.
Mark 2 is really great. Mark 1 doesn't work. Just kind of. So ignore Mark 1 and go to Mark 2.
So, Burger, you remind me when you were talking about how we were able to figure out how far you could work on something. Yeah. And that reminded me of one time, one weekend, when I was in the Air Force, and a hurricane was rolling in. So I worked nonstop for about 57 hours, helping to evacuate 27 aircraft from the Florida Panhandle. And the fucked up thing was once we were all done, they were like, "Okay, head back to the dorms and button down." It's like, wait, you're not evacuating us? No.
No, you're dying. Burger, what's your opinion on what's going on in Bolivia? So Bolivia's I'm not super read up on the situation, but as far as I can see it, so the administration by the original president guy, I don't remember his name. It was hardly a perfect administration, but it was actually like a progressive administration that did a lot of genuine good. And what we are seeing now is basically just a neoliberal coup. I mean, let's be fucking honest about that.
The government was left. It was left wing, and it was really anti-American. But I think for good reasons.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. If you're a South American country that likes being like a South American country that's independent, you're gonna be anti-American.
Yeah. And no, that whole coup and riot, I don't think is really justified.
And it's the same thing from the original playbook too. It's where they just install like a super conservative religious person.
Yeah.
Also, holy shit, my grandma's sending boomer memes on the family group chat.
Hell yes, dude, show them to me.
One of them is in Italian. No, a couple of them are.
A lot of these are just... Wait, does she know she wasn't alive during Roman times?
No. I don't know why the fuck she sent this, but it means without study titles, they made Eternal Roads, and then the engineers came along.
Yes, that is how that works.
I don't fucking know what the fuck.
I don't.
That middle one, the classroom shit is like. Is she implying she misses pedophilia?
Also, fucking hang on. This, which is in Spanish, because obviously my grandma speaks 3 languages like me. Well, 4 like me. It's just so retarded. And you're like, what?
It's so stupid that.
This is kind of nice, though. I gotta be honest.
I mean, if you go into a Best Buy, it's not going to be inaccurate.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
also this one, which is mildly wholesome but fucking still very boomer. which you won't be able to read it because it's in fucking Italian, says the start and the end of life are the same, so use the in between essentially.
L'inizio e la fine sono uguali. Approfittate dell'intervallo. Pizza, pazzo, calzone. That's
I
what
feel
it
like
says.
you should be
That
saying.
physically hurts me.
I feel like you should be saying that with like one hand giving the OK symbol, like the Italian OK symbol.
Oh, just watch
and
the
you just-
stream, my man.
Oh, I'm not watching this. But you need to have like a plate of like calzones or pizza.
I fucking love calzones.
While playing fucking the fucking Neapolitan tarantella in the back.
And your Fiat Cinquecento in the background.
Or just riding a
No,
Vespa too.
Yeah, riding a Vespa in the Fiat 500, of course.
We live in a society.
Oh shit! Another heavily boomer meme.
Yeah, but like okay.
It says someone tell, also badly cropped. Someone tell the San Marco lion that there aren't any scientists in the fucking. There aren't any climate scientists in the Laguna in fucking Venice Lagoon.
This requires a lot of
Yeah,
of
there's
context. I feel like politically.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You know what you should
Italian
do?
stuff
right.
in there.
Is translate in your head, write it down in the message thing, then say it what you've written.
Yeah.
Hang on. She sent a boomer meme in English.
That's an American hand dryer. That doesn't make any sense to me.
That is. I've seen this one so often. It is.
Oh yeah.
I think this was in one of my history books.
Yeah.
History book that covers past, present, and future.
Yes.
I should go on the Facebook. I'm gonna go onto my Facebook and see what my local old people are talking about.
Amazing. What it just everything is good about this.
Gringo life in Peru.
My favorite YouTube channel.
I like how he's got. I know exactly where he got that Pikachu skull cap. It came with the loot crates. So we know this fucker bought into loot crate.
Oh, I'm getting the machine gun out.
But for some reason, I was just looking at this guy. I only thing I can think about is Joey's World Tour if he was thinner.
Okay. So this got fairly popular. Yeah, my state did a really stupid thing, and now everybody's making fun of my state. Have you guys seen the new anti-meth camp?
Yes!
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, no. What?
Oh,
is
hang
this?
on, let me find it. I just because all my Facebook.
What was
feed-
it? What was it? Which is your state? It's like
South Dakota.
Meth. Yeah, South Dakota. Meth.
Yeah,
We're on it.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
What is this? Wait, what is this?
We spent $500,000 to design this.
That seems like an ad for meth.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, dude! We figured out it's actually kind of cool to be on meth. Come on down to South Dakota. We got Walter White up in here. Didn't he actually flee to South Dakota?
Here's a couple more.
Listen, I didn't used to like the idea of smoking crystal meth out of my old crack pipe. I'm a very traditional man. So when my grandson approached me with this stuff, I was very skeptical. But I do gotta say, I'm 35 years old and I still feel very young on my farm out here. So, yeah. What the fuck, dude?
Now, have you know my son? He's the all-state champion football team.
That's why they always win. Is they're just on meth. They're just in the fucking locker room.
As you can see here, we found the only black guy in South Dakota in the only coffee shop in South Dakota, and we got him talking about meth.
No.
It's
Like
dark,
genuinely,
so-
is this supposed to be anti-meth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an ad campaign for it.
The like actual video ad starts
Oh
off
god,
with, like, all these people saying they're
Hang
on
on.
meth.
I'm just
Burger,
gonna-
burger,
go-
burger, burger. If
have
your
fun.
video wasn't already not, hang on, give me a sec. This has a fucked comment.
Oh, more boomer memes from my grandma. This time in French.
Ooh.
See, I hate this one because I'm like, yeah, she probably could be on meth.
I remember. My
I don't
favorite
actually
one-
speak a lot of French, so
if Comité fluorescent, c'est la terre qui éclairerait le soleil. If idiots
That's
were
what I said.
fluorescent, yeah. If idiots were fluorescent, it'd be the Earth lighting the sun.
I think that's the only appropriate sound for that.
Yeah.
You want to see peak boomer memes?
Oh yes, whip them
fuck.
out.
I feel this is like what I imagine, like peak boomer memes.
What the actual fuck?
Okay, that's actually kind of funny.
What the genuine?
Kind of funny.
It is, but what the fuck?
Also, she's fucking balancing on them.
Imagine making money off that. How low are the standards of humor for boomers? How unfunny can you be and still make just fuck tons of money by like just still being funny to boomers? Is that just something that happens? Do you lose your sense of humor when you're old? Because if yes, I'm going to commit suicide next week.
Fucking yeah. No. There's enough old comedians to disprove that theory.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, there's a lot of good. Yeah, but is this just the humor that most people enjoy? I feel like that's even worse. When
Yeah.
neocon became a slur, hell yeah, motherfucker.
Neocon.
Anything that I don't want to be called is a slur, lol. Any word I want to ban from the political
Boomer.
context is a slur. Okay, boomer.
Boomer is a slur.
Ah, goddamn.
Fucking hell.
I think we are going to crescendo to a point where people just stop getting insulted by words.
I look
also
forward to
fucking-
that.
There'll always be people.
Yeah,
Also
the fucking just
fucking-
going, hey up, you cook, and you're like, you damn right.
Damn right I'm a cook. I'll let my wife be fucked by black men with big dicks every day. Yeah, that's what the response that you're gonna get. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army. What the fuck?
It's funny. I
hate
know
mud.
someone who ate mud.
Is this like the anti-fucking boomer meme?
That's the thing that's happening now. Anti-boomer memes. Hang on. There was another one that I saw very recently, which is, the I defeated I fought against the Germans in World War II or something like that. You know that one comic.
Where was
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
guy
and essentially they changed it with like the text of the kid was like, "Grandpa, you have to let me go."
Yeah.
I know you feel guilty for inspiring me to join the military, but it's not your fault that I died. And then they Grandpa going, "Kids shouldn't die this young." And it's like, fucking what the fuck?
That was a dark twist. I saw that one. I actually was able to. I had a PC when I was 3. I was able to put on the Magic School Bus. I had a Magic School Bus computer game. I remember being able to do that. So
Motorbike.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, it's a fucking motorbike racing game. I had like that in one other game.
For a moment, I was like, "Oh no!" When I was 3 in Australia, I had a motorbike, and we were blazing through the outback.
Yeah.
It was powered by Vegemite, and basically, we were evading alligators and dingoes all the time. That was what I expected.
No, we did legit like ride motorbikes when we were 3 though as well.
What the fuck?
Like me and my sister would usually use the quad bike, and then we went onto motorbikes. But like our dad would have the motorbike, and we'd go on the back.
Did they actually call the kid a homegrown terrorist in the Washington Post?
I don't fucking know.
Because
I
know they
don't
called
think- I don't-
I know they called al-Baghdadi austere religious scholar.
Okay, Washington Post Covington kids. I
At this
don't
point,
think they
I
call
they're
them
just
home.
fishing for controversy because it gets
Probably.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Baghdadi died and fucking on Chapo, it was like, yeah, a friend of the show, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, shouts out, he's dead. What the fuck is that fucking alligator fig?
I don't know. I was
Very
scrolling
happy crocodile.
and I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Pretty sure, like, you can when its mouth is closed, you can see the top and bottom teeth. So I think that's a crocodile. Yeah, unless I got those mixed up.
This is just, but except when you're like honest to boomers, they're like, fucking, you should be more polite to me. I'm out of touch with reality because I stopped reading the newspapers.
We're in a generation where they can't use the excuse "I fought in the war."
That is true, yes. I mean, there are people who
It's like-
fought in the war, but yeah.
Fought in a war, but a war that we all
Not
probably
the
agree.
war. Yeah, we don't have the war anymore.
Not the one that was technically the only good war
Yeah.
worth a damn, because the alternative it'd been pretty dark.
Genuinely, like World War II was the only time interventionism worked.
Yeah.
And even then, it could have been avoided by actually going, "Hang on, how about you don't rearm Hitler?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's another place also where interventionism worked. Korea.
If we
I mean,
actually it did, it
yeah.
kind of did work. It's just no one was happy with the result because they got back to square one. But technically, that's what the whole point of the war was.
so I'm not in principle against interventionism. I'm just against America doing interventionism because let's just
They don't know how to handle.
America works best when they're the reinforcements.
Yeah.
I think there should be a world police, but it shouldn't be the United States.
It's because
Okay, so
the US
we're
knows how
talking
to
about American interventionism, right? The fucking Hong Kong Rights Act that just got passed in the Senate yesterday.
The what with the who with the K?
We passed a resolution saying that the United States government acknowledges what's happening in Hong Kong against the Hong Kong people is bad, and that the PRC are being very naughty.
That is actually pretty good. I had a discussion about this the other day. I was hoping that something like this would happen.
Not only that, part of the thing that actually got attached to the law is basically a ban on all riot control weapons to the Hong Kong government.
So that's good. Like I think sanctions sometimes do, because sanctions are more often democratically motivated by morality than actual like military interventions. So I'm all in favor of that, and I'm pretty glad that
the big problem with the US is that they're good at doing the actual intervention. They're shit at doing the after the intervention part, and essentially let the country slowly die by itself.
But also the interventions are usually not like in the interest of the country. I mean, they will just install right-wing dictators in South America. They will ruin Iraq so they can move in their own fucking oil companies.
Australia, we had a prime minister at one point who was installing a lot of public stuff and not doing what America said, so the CIA basically staged a coup and fucking got our prime minister kicked out and got us a new one.
Wow.
If you're not a neoliberal,
this has to be Republican boomer humor, because
Boy.
Good old my man.
Ah yes, Ben fucking Garrison.
Benny boy.
That fucking creep.
So very, very. You guys ever notice how much of a fetish he has for AOC?
Wait, is AOC in this picture?
No. I just generally.
I mean, all the fucking conservatives do. Ben Shapiro.
AOC is hot as shit, though. I'm gonna be straight with you. I would fucking damn.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, they have a
No
huge
one's
hard on
arguing
for
it.
her.
But it's, yeah.
Honestly, like, if we're talking American politicians, Tulsi Gabbard, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, of course.
Quality.
everybody-
Actually, I think AOC is better than Tulsi. I'm gonna be straight with you, but Tulsi is pretty high
Tulsi
tier.
has that mummy energy, though.
I'm not into that mummy energy. Is the thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I'm into the energy of someone who can beat me up.
Okay.
That's all I like.
You can beat the shit out of most people. Yeah.
The problem with like them saying, "Oh, we did this and we did that," it's like your parties did nothing because the parties that exist now are not the parties that existed in the past. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
0 Democrats voted yes.
Yeah, it is
I
also
find
like
it hard to believe-
Yeah, and the people who used to vote Democrat, they now vote Republican. That is the thing. It's the same
Yeah.
constituents. It's the North and the South.
and like if this is totally has nothing to do with like, hey, they blocked off like the fucking black communities in a way that they wouldn't be able to go get a vote, right?
I have accidentally found one of the best subreddits that I've ever seen. It's just called Cropped Boomer Me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite follow tweets.
This sounds interesting.
Fucking, it's great. It's great. Hang on.
Like,
Let me post a sample. Where the fuck is the channel?
I'll give a sample to my voice. Yeah, crop boomer images.
All you pussies took over.
What the fuck?
I'm using this facts thing.
Dude, with the facts thing, just like really shittily Photoshop Ben Shapiro's face over everyone's face.
It takes 2 parts to make a whole. these two are all these 3 are combined.
Hang on, I have the perfect. No one posts anything. I have the perfect complementary one.
Well, this trio
Fuck,
comes together. He's divorced. He's waiting for the leftist, but he will never fuck left.
Children.
Yeah, children. Hang on.
This reminds me of the. This reminds me of when the AI generated motivational posters were a thing.
Get off! Fuck!
I'm fuck president.
Donald Trump, the fuck president.
It came.
Okay, Han Solo didn't work that well with these. Let's go with this one instead. No, I got the perfect.
Fucking this dog.
But I see this dog.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stop it.
I'm fucking.
What? Oh.
It's called work.
These are fucking gold. I love them. Or this extremely surreal meme.
Cancer, thank you. Thank you.
Reason. Oh.
Look, hang on. Just...
Oh my god.
No. I had fucking observational humor.
No, I had the perfect thing you keep.
The Turning Point USA logo is so perfect. Oh.
I'm fucking sorry. It's just suck.
Okay.
Legan staying here.
Damn. Boomer is the N word. Okay, Boomer. Or rather, a photo of. God damn.
God, you all sound like those fucking evil entourage of Dr. Evil after the laugh.
Fucking yeah.
I found somebody made cropped boomer memes using pictures from MGS.
What the fuck?
And,
I'm sorry.
And the follow up. That feeling.
I'm Donald J. Trump. I love that guy so much. I smoked crack, dude. You're building boomer memes out of old boomer memes. This is.
wait, I think that's actually from an ad for Calorie Mate.
Dinosaur.
Hang on, fucking.
These are perfect fucking just reaction images.
Yeah. And fucking hang on.
Yeah, there's so much good shit.
But is that Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna post cropped memes.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
welcome to. I like this helpful map. It's just like cut up China and free.
Hmm.
Hang on. Fucking. Hang on. That's not even fuck. I don't know what the fuck this is. Hang on, I'm more confused than anything.
Embraces the tit.
I'm just. I don't know what the fuck.
What is happening?
Boomers to millennials. Fucking. Boomers to millennials. Apologize for being.
Thank you, Walking Warrior. You
Walking
too have the
Warrior.
big gain. I love you as well.
Yeah.
We all love you, you warrior.
Hey, look.
Hey, look!
Oh, I feel.
Oh fuck! One of those fucking Monster Energy Punisher symbol ones.
Taters! Oh my god.
This is probably my favorite one.
What is... Boobs, guns, freedom, beer, Trump. Hell yeah, dude. Oh.
It's fucking yes.
Oh. Jesus fuck, dude.
Fuck!
Oh, if only we knew the full context.
Yeah.
A lot of people. What? Has anyone seen the Sargon interview the Polish monarchist guy? It's incredible how they just live in a different world. Yeah, I didn't watch that for a reason. I'm waiting for the liberals.
Hang on. Fucking what the fuck is this?
What?
What?
Did Trump? I mean, of course, yeah, Trump probably did. Trump probably did meet
Yeah.
the Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was talking about how she could lop his head off or something.
This fucking.
This is. Sorry, point America. Just JP. This is my favorite part of this stream.
Yeah,
Just the meme part.
Yes.
When nobody says anything.
yeah. We're just waiting on the fucking next.
Bird.
This is old though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afraid to die alone. What the fuck?
It's just something I found in my meme folder.
What?
Oh, I should get this time. Time to piss. I'll help you pack.
Apparently it is Ukraine.
Well, if we're just gonna
the
go
fuck?
reaching into our meme folders.
Yes. Of course, every time we talk,
Puta. Are we just devolving from a specific kind of meme to just
I think
I
we
think
are.
we're done here. The stream has been going on for 2 hours.
hang on, let me pop off that
Matt,
good
you can join this. Matt should be
That
be on
good.
this.
that good any STEM meme, any experimentalist meme.
I'll just drop my recent work in the chat just so everyone can see it on the screen.
Almost done.
Oh yeah, that one. That was fun.
Well, thanks everyone for watching the stream.
Whatever it was.
This was a good stream. I feel like I'm a lot less depressed now. Yeah. So
Okay,
basically,
hey Burger.
yes.
I do have a meme. I've wanted to show it in the chat for a while. I mean, I can't show it on the stream though. Now that the stream's over, I kind of want to show it.
It's not over yet. Let me end stream first before you do that, my man.
Mind.
Yeah.
Let me wait and then.
See you around.